A year ago, the Bourne Braves were seeking their first Cape Cod League championship since 2009. However, the season was filled with many ups and downs.
Another day, another Braves loss. Bourne falls 5-1 to Hyannis to drop to 5-7-3 on the season.
Pop-up, shallow center field, going out back, coming in Rockefort, in the alley, it's Carson Rockefort, who's there to make the catch. What a finish is the Braves win, their third in a row. Throws to first base, that is in time, as that'll do it here from Doran Park. For the third time this year, Harvey Shapiro has faced his former team in the Bourne Braves, and they have tied at 2 apiece.
But as postseason time rolled around, the Bravos found their groove.
Coming in Horvath. Horvath is there. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The trek has just begun for the Braves as they advance to the Western Division Finals. The Braves are back, and they defend their title in the best of the West. And they got a second day with the Brewster Whitecaps, who they will face in the Cape Cod League Championship for the second consecutive summer. Breaking ball grounded up the middle, stabbed by Cummings, goes to second for one. The toss to first base is in time! Cummings spikes his glove. Get up, Bourne, the Braves have gotten their revenge. Cape Cod League champions for the first time since 2009.
And to defend their Cape Cod League championship, the Braves have added plenty of firepower.
First pitch, breaking ball. Bender flies it out deep to left center field. Going back is Matheson, still going back, looking up, and it's gone! Derek Bender gets the Bourne bats going early, a solo shot to deep left center field. It's 1-0 Bourne.
It's a brand new day of Bourne Braves baseball, and it starts right now.
Cotuit and Bourne for the 4th time in 2023, and it comes your way from Lowell Park on this hot and sunny Monday evening. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us for the 31st game of the Cape League season here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna with you, and huge is an understatement for this game here tonight. Bourne comes in losers of 3 in a row, but Matt, this Cotuit team, 1 loss last night, but they've won 9 straight coming into this one here from Lowell Park. How important is this for both teams, especially the Bravos, looking to get back on track?
Well, if it's important for anyone, it's more important for Bourne, because as you said, they've been skittering as of late, kind of falling behind. They've lost 3 straight. They've fallen behind Hyannis for the 2nd spot in the West. Cotuit's been running away with it since the jump. But for Bourne, you got to find a way to create some momentum. This is an important week. The All-Star break is coming up where you're off Saturday and Sunday, and then you get into that final push of the regular season. You need a strong start from Tristan Smith tonight if you want to be able to get back and find some momentum heading into those final 2 weeks of the regular season and then once you hit playoffs. Because the way Bourne's playing right now, if they stay on that path where they're kind of teetering or so and they're not getting hot, you come into the playoffs kind of in that gray area. It would be a quick exit. So you got to find a way to get your offense into gear and lean on the good pitching of Tristan Smith tonight.
We're very excited to break this one down, and we'll send it to a quick before the Bravos with Ali Navarrete and Mojo Hill to give you everything you need to know before first pitch.
Thanks, guys. Mojo, quick question for you. If the Bravos are going to, kind of get this one done today, what do you think needs to happen?
Well, yeah, I think they're just going to need some offense and more than just a few runs, not just scratching runs out, but really get an offensive breakout. They just haven't had that recently, and they've been playing so many close games and not always coming out on the right side of them. So, yeah, they just need like last time they were here, just put on an offensive showcase with like a 13-run game.
Yeah, great game for the Bravos last time around. We'll see if they can continue that momentum at Lowell Park today.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
A beautiful Monday night here from Lowell Park for a huge Western Division showdown between the Cotuit Kettleers and the Bourne Braves. We thank you so much for joining us on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna with you. The anthem is in the books, and we're ready for first pitch here from Lowell Park. Matt, Bourne and Cotuit, two teams that are rivals right now in the West Division, but we go back to that last time Bourne was at Lowell Park, back on June 25th, a 13-1 win. How does Bourne replicate some of that here against the Kettleers?
Well, the biggest thing that you got from that was you got off to that hot start offensively. Derek Bender hit the home run in the first inning here at Cotuit, set the tone from the jump. And then you also look at the pitching. That was the last Duffy day that we had, Matt Duffy. He was great on the mound as well for Bourne. And really, it was probably the most complete and team-dominant win that we saw from Bourne. You faced Tucker Novotny for the third time, and they finally were able to jump on him. For Bourne, the big key is getting off to that hot start again. And the biggest thing from that game was they were consistently on the offensive end throughout the entire game. We haven't seen a consistent Bourne offensive night in quite some time. We've seen the hot starts where they've struck first with a 1-0 lead after the top of the first or the bottom of the first, but there hasn't been that consistent stretch of offense through all 9 innings. So that's the biggest thing for Bourne right now is you got to get that consistent stretch of hitting.
And they'll face a tough pitcher here tonight in Jake Gigliotti out of Northeastern, and he's been stellar so far on his summer, a 1-1 record so far for him, but a 3.2 ERA, making his 5th start, 18 strikeouts to 8 walks. Last time out for him, he went 4 innings and had 5 strikeouts and only 2 hits, not allowing a run against Harwich. And his last 2 starts has yet to allow a run for the Kettleers. And this is the lineup that he'll face for the Bourne Braves as both sides get set to take the field. Jonathan Vastine will bat first. He'll play shortstop. Bryce Seblin, his counterpart in the middle infield, and both All-Stars will bat second and play second base. Derek Bender will bat third, and he'll DH. Kendall Diggs, he'll do the cleanup hitting, and he'll play right field. Sam Peterson will bat fifth, and he'll play left. Garrett Michelle in the 6th spot. He'll play first base. New Contratus will bat 7th and play third. Hugh Pinckney back in the lineup in the 8th spot. He'll do the catching for Tristan Smith. And Gage Harrelson will bat 9th, and he will play center field. Cotuit getting ready to take the field here from Lowell Park. Bourne getting set for the bats, but neither team fully set here for their warm-up pitches. So, Matt, back to you. Let's just touch on Tristan Smith a little bit right here with the time that we have. The left-hander for the Bravos, he was fantastic in his last start against the Harbor Hawks. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, no walks. How does he continue to pound the strike zone and be dominant for the Bravos?
Well, Tristan works with some really good stuff on his end. He has a great commanding fastball that he's able to put all over the zone, and then he also has a nice changeup that he can add in. But I think his most important pitch and how he commands it is his slider. It really breaks late on these hitters, and that's what we saw a lot of success for him against Hyannis. That 8 strikeout performance just allowed 3 hits through 5 shutout innings. You wonder if Bourne wanted to leave him in longer, but they opted not to. So for tonight, you got to lean on him a little bit. Can he have that same stuff? He's going up against a tough Cotuit order. There's a lot of great hitters in it. Carter Matheson leading off, Cole Mathis, Grant Norris. There's up and down the lineup. You look at people, and they're able to hit, and we'll dive into them later. But Tristan Smith's got to set the tone, but right now you look at that top part of the order. Can Vastine, Eblin, and Bender, can they set the tone offensively and get you off to that hot start?
The last 3 games between the Bravos and the Kettleers, 2 shutout wins for Cotuit at Dorn Park. It was a 1-0 win in the Bourne's home opener and then a 3-0 win on the 20th of June. But as we mentioned, Bourne came here on the 25th of June and won a game 13-1 and surprised a lot of people after a tough loss against Brewster. And now both teams in different directions since that game in late June. Cotuit at the moment right now, far and away the best team on the Cape. 22-8, they sit at the top of the West Division, and Bourne looking to get back on track. Matt, we talk about the games that Bourne has won. How important is it for them to get out to early leads for them to succeed in baseball games?
Well, it's important in any aspect for any team in any sport if you can get off to that quick lead. We've seen Bourne be able to do that. We haven't seen them sustain it, which is the issue right now for Bourne, is sustaining that pressure. And eventually if you have so many 1, 2, 3 innings hitting-wise, then it just comes back and makes it harder for your pitcher, shorter rest time, and allows those other teams to tee off on them. Bourne right now, they've shown the ability to get to take that lead first, but it's holding on to that and building off of it through the next 8 innings or 7 innings, whatever it may be, whenever they strike first. It's those next innings, next opportunities for Bourne where you need to see them succeed.
We're set for first pitch here from Lowell Park, Bourne and Cotuit. Cotuit takes the field first, led behind Jake Gigliotti, the right-hander out of Northeastern, his 5th start of the summer, and Jonathan Vastine, the lefty shortstop, he'll bat first for the Bravos. Gigliotti set, beat 2-1. Gigliotti working quick, shakes off the first sign, the 2-1 from the windup. Off-speed pitch just hangs inside and a called strike. Late call from the home plate umpire. Your umpires for tonight's game: Jeff Mertzel behind the plate, Sam Finn has the duties at first, and Joe Labella at third. The 2-2 pitch, chopper up the middle, off the glove of Gigliotti, picked up at shortstop in Norris, and Vastine to first base to lead off this game for the Bravos. The importance of leadoff base runners. Vastine has been on base so much in that one spot. First hit of the night for the Braves, and we'll take a look at your infield, outfield for the Kettleers. T.O. Banks from left to right in the outfield, he'll play left. Carter Matheson straight away in center, and James McCoy is in right. And from third to first in the infield, it's the player of the week, Cole Mathis, at third. Grant Norris will play short. Trotter Harlan will play second, and Jacob Tobias will play first. Pick over to first before the first pitch to the lefty, Bryce Eblin. And Jack Scanlon, the catcher, tonight the battery for Gigliotti. He's from the stretch. First pitch to Eblin, fastball upstairs. Count 1-0. And Eblin batting .262, one of the 6 All-Stars for the Bravos. Vastine will be a starter on July 22nd at Harwich. Eblin will be a reserve. Middle infield pinching. 1-0 count. Gigliotti, the high leg kick. The pitch. Off speed hangs upstairs and inside to Eblin, 2-0. Two-step lead for Vastine right off first base, leading off this game. Just underway from Lowell Park. Time called here before Eblin stepped back in the box, and pitch clock a batter violation for Eblin for stepping out of the box too long. Gigliotti now set, will still be a 1-0 count. The pitch, this one, ground ball, second base side, could be 2. Harlan picks it up, flips to second to Norris for 1, on to first, double play. 4-6-3 for the Kettleers infield. They get a quick 2 out after the Jonathan Vastine single. And with 2 away, here's Derek Bender.
That's a great bounce back for Gigliotti and the whole entire Cotuit staff, really. That Vastine hit you give up, we've seen it multiple times over the last few games. It's just that speed he has.
First pitch to the righty, Bender, off speed upstairs. Got 1-0.
That's just that speed that he has. He's able to beat out those throws, and then Eblin, that was a picture-perfect ground ball to Harlan.
1-0 pitch, chopper third base side, charging in is Mathis, picks it up right at his face, fires to first, and it's in time to end the inning. So a single for Jonathan Vastine to lead it off for the Bravos, but a double play and some nice bounce-back work from Gigliotti in his first inning of work. We'll head to the bottom half of the first here from Lowell Park. Your first looks at the Kettleers bat and the lefty Tristan Smith for the Bravos when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
This is Jonathan Vastine, and you're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Bourne takes the field for the first time tonight as we head to the bottom of the first inning here from Lowell Park. Tristan Smith, the lefty, on the mound for the Bravos. His last start, 5 innings, and he was stellar against Hyannis on 8 strikeouts. And the lefty out of Clemson looking for more of the same. And here's the lineup that he'll face that the Kettleers bring to the table. Carter Matheson will bat first. He'll play center field. Cole Mathis, the player of the week this past week on the Cape, he'll bat second. He'll play third. James McCoy, he'll bat third and play right field. Grant Norris, he's the cleanup hitter out of Penn State. He'll play shortstop. T.O. Banks will play left field and bat fifth. Trotter Harlan will bat sixth and play second. Trevor Haskins will bat seventh, and he'll do the DHing. Jacob Tobias, he'll be in the 8-hole playing first. And Jack Scanlon will bat ninth, and he'll do the catching. Smith, another appearance here for him. Came into his last start with an above 6 ERA and was very dominant against the Harbor Hawks in the 6-4 loss. That was due to a fog out after 7 innings. But he went 5 and only 3 hits allowed on no runs, no walks for Smith. Cotuit in those pinstripe uniforms with the maroon lettering and numbers. And Bourne back in their blue uniforms on the road with the red lettering, red numbers. They'll go back with their gray pants and the red striping and the blue caps with the red lids. Matheson in the box here. The outfielder out of Indiana batting .345. Lefty-on-lefty matchup to begin the bottom of the first. Smith's first looks at this Kettleers order. Beautiful weather here from Lowell Park. Not a lot of wind. Right around 83 degrees at first pitch. Smith set from the windup. First pitch to the lefty Matheson. Fastball inside at 92. Count 1-0. 7 RBIs as well for Matheson. Chokes up just a little bit in the back of the lefty's batter's box. Smith set, back to the windup. 1-0 pitch. This one clipped foul, third base side, and going to sail out of play. Cotuit, their offense got out to a roaring start last night against the Orleans Firebirds. 5 runs on their big lead through 5 innings, but Orleans came back and won the game. 1-1 pitch, chopper right back at Smith. He'll jump, he'll make the catch. He'll fire to first base on the spin throw for out number 1 for the Bravos. And we'll take a look at their defense and how they come out tonight here against Cotuit. From left to right in the outfield, it's Sam Peterson, Gage Harrelson, the anchor in center, and Kendall Diggs in right. And from third to first in the infield, New Contreras at the hot corner. Jonathan Vastine will play short. Bryce Eblin, his all-star counterpart at second. Garrett Michelle at first. And Hugh Pinckney, the battery with Tristan Smith. Here's the righty Cole Mathis, player of the week. Smith's first pitch popped up behind home plate and out of play. Mathis batting .329. 24 RBIs. That's top 3 on the Cape. Waves his bat twice, stands back in the box. Smith once again to the windup. Fires on the 0-1 pitch. Fastball fouled straight back once again. 92 is where Smith has started at on his heater. Count 0-2.
Yeah, it's hard to look at Mathis and not have your eyes pop when you look at his stats. 6 home runs as well. He's a tough out. His walks pretty equal to his strikeouts as well.
Clear part of this Kettleers order. 0-2 pitch, wave and a miss. Back to the heater was Tristan Smith, strikeout number 1. That one at 94 on the gun. And with 2 away, here's the 3-hitter James McCoy. Mathis, one of the hitters in this Cotuit lineup. They've lost a lot of players due to the draft and a lot of moves on their roster, but Mathis has been one of the guys that have stayed put right in that top of the order for the Kettleers. Here's the righty, James McCoy. First pitch, fastball just low at the knees. Count 1-0. McCoy batting .250, 3 doubles, has a home run on 9 RBIs, plays his baseball at Kentucky. Normal depth for the Bravos defense. Smith set, glove at the belt from the windup. His 1-0 pitch, fastball inside, almost clipping McCoy. 2 balls, no strikes. Stands in the back of the righty's batter's box. Smith looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He sets once again, a long look into the sign from Pinckney. Looking to work back down 2-0. His pitch, fastball at the belt on the inner half. Count now 2-1. Fourth game between these two teams. Both have been at the top of the West Division for most of the season. Bourne has now fallen to third. Cotuit has stayed in that one spot. 2-1 pitch. Back to the fastball is Smith. He'll just miss low. 3 balls, 1 strike. The big thing for Cotuit in their last 5 games where they've won 4, they've come out to leads in all those games. Looking to start out early here against Smith. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Smith's pitch. Fastball up and outside, not biting as McCoy. And it's a 5-pitch, 2-out walk for the right fielder. He'll jog down to first, and here's the shortstop, Grant Norris. Norris playing his baseball at Penn State, batting .333, just his 10th game with the Kettleers. Has 3 home runs in those 9 games so far and 8 RBIs. Another dominant hitter in his Cotuit order. Stands in the back of the righty's batter's box. Runner on is McCoy. Smith now to the stretch. Takes a look at first. First pitch, fastball way upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
Grant's someone that I got to see a lot during my junior year at Penn State, but he just got his first year in Happy Valley, spent his prior years at Duke, came over as a graduate student, super confident, was an everyday guy at third.
The 1-0 to him, off speed. This one's going to clip him right on the shin. So Norris walks down to first after 2 good starts for Tristan Smith. A walk and a hit by a pitch, first and second with 2 outs. And here's T.O. Banks.
Yeah, now we've seen that stuff kind of get away from Smith. Another righty here for Cotuit.
T.O. Banks added Tulane, batting .167 so far in his summer, but his hit for power has 2 bombs. Another righty in this Kettleers order. We've seen them go a lot of lefties against the Bravos, but a lot of new faces in their lineup. T.O. Banks getting a lot more time. He bats right. First and second for the Ketts. Smith's first pitch bounces to the plate, blocked from Pinckney on the heater. 1 ball, no strikes. Straightaway defense here for the Bravos in the outfield. Vastine and Eblin pinched a little bit up the middle. Contradas back at third base. And Michelle holding on the runner at first and Norris. Smith leans over on the bump. Long look into the sign from Pink, and now he agrees. 1 ball, no strikes. A look at second. The pitch, fastball fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Smith has shown his bread and butter is just commanding the strike zone and working ahead of hitters. We saw that to the first 2 batters and worked from behind in McCoy and Norris. Has a 1-1 count here to Banks. Banks the wide righty stance. Smith set once again, glove with the belt, a look at second base. His 1-1 pitch, off speed to hang low, but blocked from Pinckney right in the middle of his chest pad, keeps it in front, 2-1. Cotuit at the moment, the number 1 offense in the Cape League, 187 runs scored. That's first. And the second team not too close behind. Smith from the first base side of the rubber leans in once again. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. He sets a look at second, bounce around as McCoy. Pitch here to Banks. Fastball low and inside, and 3-1 count once again to a Kettleers hitter. Trotter Harlan waits on deck, playing second base. Will just be his 4th game with Cotuit. Smith not looking to get there this inning. Long look in once again to Banks. Banks waving his bat. Smith sets. A deep breath, a 3-1 pitch. Fastball inside corner, a called strike. Banks started to walk first base side and take his jog to first base. Smith keeps him there. Count now full. The Kettleers looking to strike first. Bourne looking to want to keep it where it is early on in this one. Smith set once again, that long look in. Sets his sights, the payoff pitch. Fastball, chopper, third base side, going to trickle foul, and we'll do it again.
So far, it's been that fastball from Smith that he seems most confident in. His sliders kind of missed low a little bit. Cotuit hitters staying patient.
It was 2 quick at-bats for Smith, and then after a walk and a hit by pitch, Banks a chance right here to break the scoring early. Smith sets his sights once again, a look at first, a look at second. The 3-2 once again. Fastball grounded first base side. Rolls past the glove of Michelle and into right field for a base hit. McCoy's going to round third base and score. And it's an RBI single for T.O. Banks. Cotuit strikes first here in the first. It's 1-0.
That's just a bit hit from Banks. It's that soft contact you like to see, but it has eyes through that right side of the infield. Michelle just not able to get over there in time. Would have taken a lot of effort from him. He dove, and it was just out of his reach.
Here's the righty Trotter Harlan playing second base, looking to keep the scoring going for the Kettleers, and time called here in the box. 4th game for Harlan, 2 for 5 so far as a double and an RBI. Places baseball at Charleston. Bat in his shoulder, Smith set. A look at second base, now the runner's Norris. First pitch, breaking ball low, count 1-0. 9th RBI for T.O. Banks. He sits on first base. And as we mentioned, Cotuit, their formula to winning baseball games has been striking first. 1-0 count. Smith fires. Cut on and missed on the heater. Count 1-1. And Cotuit's had some big wins as well before their loss against Orleans, 12-5 against Falmouth, and a big win against the top team in the East, 7-1 against YD. 1-1 count, 2 away, 2 runners on for Cotuit. Smith's pitch. Fastball outside corner, painted for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Long battle once again here for Smith, now facing Harlan. Looking to put him down with 2 away. Glove at the belt once again for Smith, a look at second. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball low, blocked from Pinckney. Count even at 2s.
Right now for Smith, you want to be able to get this final out of Harlan. Just keep it where it is. It's a long game. 1 run's not going to hurt you early on, but if they tack on after some freebies given out, that's where it starts to hurt as a pitcher.
2-2, 2 away. Smith's pitch just clipped foul. Right back behind home plate from Harlan. He'll stay alive. Packed house here from Lowell Park once again. Second time Bourne has taken the trip here to Cotuit. Smith looks into the sign from Pinckney. Agrees here before the 2-2. A look at second and Norris. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball low. Pinckney blocking it once again. And another long at-bat here for Tristan Smith. Smith in his last outing had no walks. So far, long at-bats and looking to put away the hitter here in Harlan. Stop it where it is at 1-0 early. Choking up with 2 strikes is Harlan. Big 3-2 pitch. Smith sets, fires, fastball, inside corner, it's going to miss. Close call in the inner half. Harlan will take off his shin pad, jog down to first base. Scott Landers will take a walk to talk to his pitcher in Smith. Base is loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first for the Kettleers. And here's Trevor Haskins.
Yeah, it got off to that start you liked. If you're Tristan Smith and Scott Landers, just keeping it where it is. 2 quick outs. Now it's starting to get away from Tristan. That command has struggled a little bit, but just a quick mound visit. Scott confident in his pitcher, super talented. Coming off a strong freshman season at Clemson. Just needs to settle back in, get this final out.
And Landers walks back first base side to his dugout. The infield back to their positions. And you wonder if this calms down Smith. Base is now loaded for the Kettleers here in bottom 1. 1 run so far on the T.O. Banks RBI single. He's on second. Harlan on first and Norris on third. The hitter is the righty and Trevor Haskins, the DH out of Stanford. His first game in a Kettleers uniform. First pitch to him, chopper third base side, and it goes down the line and foul. Seven hitter in this Cotuit order, Tobias and Scanlon to follow. Normal depth for the Bourne defense. Michelle not holding on the runner at first base. Smith looks in, 0-1 count with 2 away. His pitch. Off speed in there at the knees. A great spot from Smith to Haskins. Quickly 0-2. First time we've seen Smith put a hitter in an 0-2 hole since Mathis. Or just be ahead like this. He looks in once again. Smith re-asking for the sign from Pinckney. Got to be mindful of that pitch clock. Time called here, and it will be a pitch clock violation. And that was the worry there. Smith trying to receive that sign for the second time. Now a 1-2 count. He agrees quickly this time. Can this be the pitch? Haskins chokes up. The 1-2. This one a chopper right back at Smith. Just a quick roller. Pinckney's going to pick it up. Fires to first. It's in time. It was a swinging bunt for Trevor Haskins, but not going to be costly. Great play from Hugh Pinckney to end the inning. But not after T.O. Banks, an RBI single opens up the scoring for the Kettleers. 1-0 after 1. Top 2 coming up here from Lowell Park on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
Cotuit gets 1 in the bottom half of the first inning. They lead the Bravos 1-0. As we head to the top of the second here from Lowell Park, we thank you for joining us on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna with you 4, 5, 6 for the Braves. Kendall Diggs, Sam Peterson, and Garrett Michelle due up. And Jake Gigliotti back on the mound for his second inning of work. Allowed a leadoff hit to Jonathan Vastine, but a double play by the Kettleers infield and a ground out from Derek Bender got him an unconventional 1-2-3 inning. Gigliotti, the righty, will set once again, and he'll face the lefty in Kendall Diggs. In that 4 spot, we've seen Diggs all throughout this Braves order. We've seen him bat first recently for the Bravos, and a few times we've seen him in this cleanup spot. The outfielder out of Arkansas will dig in. Third baseman in Mathis is stepping on the grass. First pitch from Gigliotti is an off-speed, and it's in there at the knees. Count 0-1. Diggs batting .206, 1 RBI, has 12 walks. 0-1 delivery. Back to that breaking ball, going to hang low and outside, even at once. Gigliotti back to that windup from the first base side of the rubber. Fires in the 1-1, back to that slider, and it's going to miss 2-1. 3 straight off-speed pitches to Diggs. He's been an on-base machine, 2 hit by pitches as well. 2-1 pitch goes to the fastball. It will miss up and outside to Diggs, 3-1. Diggs once again an opportunity to walk, could be his 13th of the summer. 3-1 pitch, fastball outside corner, it will miss from Gigliotti. And the 13th walk of the summer comes here for Kendall Diggs. He jogs down to first, and here's the left fielder, Sam Peterson.
You know, you can talk a lot about Diggs' power that he had this past spring at Arkansas, but the biggest thing right now for Bourne is you need to get runners on, and Diggs has done that throughout the summer so far, and now you just need to get those timely hits together.
Sam Peterson stands in the righty's batter's box. Pick over to first to Diggs, sliding back safely. A 3.2 ERA for Gigliotti, but it's been one tough appearance out of the bullpen where he allowed 6 runs. Outside of that, his starts have been very good for the Kettleers. His first pitch to Peterson. Off-speed, driven out deep towards right center field. Matheson going back at the warning track, at the wall. He looks up, and this baby is gone. A 2-run home run for Sam Peterson. Bourne responds in the top of the second. They take the lead 2-1.
Sam Peterson's got a little pop to him. You know, you don't see it with the speed he's got, but he's hit for power sometimes at Iowa. And now you see it there. Drive the other way. It's not the deepest of parks in the gaps here at Cotuit. And Peterson just getting enough of it. 97 off the bat. Goes 392.
Well hit ball from Sam Peterson. His run in baseball games on the Bourne 3-game skid has been putting on more than 1 run on an inning and continued hitting. As Cotuit talks to their pitcher in Gigliotti after the home run, he'll step off the mound and he'll face Garrett Michelle. With no outs on the inning, base is now free. Michelle has 2 home runs on his summer. But Bourne 2 hits, and one of them being that Sam Peterson shot to right center. Michelle looking to extend here. Gigliotti back to the windup. First pitch to the lefty. Breaking ball low and outside, a called strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball comes in. 2 quick strikes to Michelle. Count 0-2.
That's the first home run we've seen from Bourne since the 8th of July.
0-2, off speed, just outside. Michelle not biting, 1-2.
There's a Jonathan Vastine 2-run home run against Harwich. It had been some time since Bourne was able to get their bats and the long ball going.
Here's the 1-2 breaking ball. Michelle with a drive to right field. He's giving this baby a look, and this one is gone. Back-to-back blasts for the Bravos. Garrett Michelle makes it 3-1, his 3rd home run here in 2023.
You never want to judge something based off, BP or whatever you see from Bourne, but today during BP, it was probably the best hitting I've seen from this Bourne staff consistently through a whole round in the entire summer.
Here's the righty New Contreras. First pitch breaking ball in there for a strike.
And for Garrett, that's big for him as well. Saw a lot of strikeout numbers for him.
0-1 breaking ball low, count now 1-1.
But just for him to see that changeup come out and see it work in the bottom of the zone, he's got such a nice swing and has so much natural power.
1-1 pitch, 3 straight breaking balls, and 2 of them being strikes. 1-2 count to Contreras. Back-to-back blasts for the Bravos. 1-2, Contreras. Fastball is driven to right field for a base hit, right through the 3-4 hole. And Contreras gets a hit, his second on the summer. Came into this one 1 for 11. 3 straight hits for the Bravos. In front 3-1, and here's the catcher, Hugh Pinckney. Pinckney batting .250, 3 RBIs, comes into this game on a 4-game hit streak. 4 hits so far for the Braves, and that offense, we talked about it pregame, it's finally waking up. Pick over to first, Contreras slides back safe. And Gigliotti, the first runs he's allowed in his last 2 starts on the 12th of July and the 30th of June. First pitch to Pinckney, fastball low and inside, 1-0.
Gigliotti doesn't have the most overpowering of stuff. His fastball sits in the mid-80s. I think the fastest I've seen has been 86 from him. Bourne just had to wait on it a little bit longer to time up their swings.
He's back to the stretch, 1-0 pitch. This one's fouled. Third base side, shot left from Pinckney, count 1-1. But Diggs starts off the inning. Peterson with a shot to right center, and Michelle, a no-doubter to right. 3 home runs for Michelle on 14 RBIs in his summer. That's been the big part of his stat line. Pinckney, the lefty, back in the box. 1-1 pitch. This one skied out towards left field and towards the line. Banks comes over in foul territory. He'll make the catch for out number 1 here in the top of the second. Contreras back to first. Out of the 9-hitter, Gage Harrelson, another lefty in this order. 2 lefties to start, Diggs in the middle, and 2 lefties to finish, with Michelle jammed between as well. Gage Harrelson out of Texas Tech, batting .218. Third baseman in Mathis comes in. Gigliotti from the stretch, pick over to first, Contreras back safe. The righty set once again. First base side of the rubber. First pitch to Harrelson. Fastball outside, count now 1-0. And big for Smith last inning in the bottom half of the first for him to get out of that one for Bourne. We talked about it during the break as how could have that been costly. But Bourne, a win for them, only allowing 1 to the Cotuit Kettleers in their offense early on. 1-0 pitch to Harrelson. Off speed comes in at the belt, a called strike. Even at 1 apiece. 4 RBIs for Harrelson as well. Contreras still off first base. Third baseman Mathis still in. Middle infield pitching. Gigliotti sets, fires. Fastball low, 2-1. Big spot here for the Bourne Braves to keep it going. 2-1 pitch. Cut on and miss from Harrelson. So that heater once again was Gigliotti. He's been a lot more off-speed heavy early on in this one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Takes a look at first. Contreras still with a 2-step lead. Tobias holding him on. The 2-2 pitch. This one a high drive towards left center field. Going back is Matheson. He'll make the catch in the gap. Back to first is Contreras on the hard line out from Gage Harrelson. And with 2 away, back to the top of the order in Jonathan Vastine.
Like you said, a hard hit ball from Harrelson. We've seen him start to turn it on a little bit more as this season has moved along. Had a little bit of a rough spot, but Starting to put the barrel more on the ball. Strikeouts went up, but he's settling back in and really embracing that spot in the 9-hole.
Here's the lefty Vastine. 2 outs here in the top of the second. First pitch going was Contreras, but the foul ball was off the foot of Vastine. He hops around first base side. Looked like a hit and run in the works there. Contreras was going, had a great jump off the bag. Vastine will now tie his right shoe. But the Bourne bats, Matt mentioned that power. You've not seen it since that Harwich game. And going back-to-back, Peterson and Michelle, 2 with very long home runs. Vastine had that home run. His only was the last one coming into this one. 4 hits now for the Braves on those 3 runs. Contreras still off first. Gigliotti stepping off the mound, and he'll set once again to the lefty. Third baseman and Mathis in once again. Middle infield pinching just a little bit, and Norris close to the bag at second. 0-1 pitch, grounder first base side, rolls into right field for a base hit. Contreras rounds second base. He'll head to third, and he'll be in there safely with no throw. The Braves still cooking here in the top of the second. Runners at the corners, and here's Bryce Eblin.
Yeah, Vastine just staying on it. Pitch low in the zone. Keeps his hands through and just pulls it through the 3-4 hole on the right side of the infield. And Contreras with that speed.
An RBI chance for Bryce Eblin. He has 10 on the summer. Grounded into a double play in his last AB. Gigliotti set from the stretch, fires. Off speed low and outside, a called strike. Eblin had a huge RBI against the Harbor Hawks in the 9th inning, kept that game alive and tied it up for the Braves. That was also his only hit in that one. After a tough night, he stayed alive in the 9th. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch, ground ball, first base side, into right field. It's a base hit. RBI from Bryce Eblin. Vastine to third. Contreras will score. His 11th on the summer. The Braves not going away in the top of the second. It's 4-1.
Bryce is such a confident hitter, too. He doesn't possess a whole lot of power, but he finds those gaps. And for him, early on, he started shooting them the other way. He did it against Hyannis, but he's starting to show that pull side ability for him lately. He's getting his hands through quicker, and he's been noticed by the league. He's an all-star reserve, but starting to become that consistent threat towards the top of the order.
Here's Derek Bender. First pitch to the righty. Off speed is driven to left center field. Down for a base hit into the gap. Vastine scores. Eblin rounding second. He's into third base. Man, what an inning for the Bravos. 5-1 RBI single for Derek Bender.
Now everyone's getting in on the fun here, and back to where we started here with Kendall Diggs.
The offense was really that large talking point in the pregame. Could the Braves turn it back on? And the answer is yes here early on in the second. 7 hits, 6 coming here in the second inning. As Matt mentioned, Kendall Diggs batting around. First and third, 2 outs. First pitch to the lefty, fastball in there at the knees, a called strike. Diggs walked and scored to lead off this inning. Eblin off third base, Bender off first. Gigliotti set. 0-1 pitch, Bender's going. Fastball inside, Bender standing at second base with no throw. And now a 2 RBI chance for Diggs. Matt brought up that power for Diggs that he showed at Arkansas, still waiting for it here. This would be that inning. Diggs the wide lefty stance, 1-1 count, 2 runners on. A look at third from Gigliotti. 1-1 pitch, off speed, low, not biting his Diggs. 2 balls, 1 strike. It was 3 straight hits for the Braves after the walk, 2 outs from Pinckney and Harrelson. But then 3 straight singles from Vastine, Eblin, and Bender. 2-1 to Diggs, fouled back. Count 2-2. Tristan Smith for the Braves. Their starting pitcher has been waiting in that dugout for a long time, but has to be happy with the cushion that he'll get entering the bottom half of the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Gigliotti looking to stop the bleeding here in the top of the second. His pitch, breaking the ball low and outside. Diggs holding off. Full count. That was Bender's 16th RBI of the summer as well. Still a team leading for the Braves. Diggs back in the box. 3-2, 2 away. Payoff pitch. Off speed in there. Froze Diggs. Strike 3. That ends the inning for Gigliotti and the Kettleers, but not after Bourne puts 5 runs on the board. Sam Peterson, Garrett Michelle, back-to-back home runs and a few RBI singles, and the Braves' offense is hot. And with more, we bring in the third member of our crew. Here's Ali Navarrete.
Well, guys, as you can expect, vibes over in the Bravos dugout right now, just unreal. When Garrett Michelle came in after that homer from his teammate Sam Peterson, the two embraced in the dugout, and also some chants from his teammates yelling, "Michelle Missile." They keep calling him Missile. I know he's been a little bit frustrated with how his at-bats have gone lately, but finally another one of those Michelle Missiles comes and really helping the Bravos get something started. I came over here ready just to do my hit on those two, but such a string of hitting from the Braves, and what more could you ask for? Start against the top team in the league right now.
We thank you so much, Allie, and the offense and the morale very high on the first base side for the Braves, and now they'll bring Tristan Smith back on the bump, looking to keep it where it is when we return for the bottom of the second here from Lowell Park.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? 2-1 out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry. Just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
The offense exploded for the Braves in the top half of the second. We enter the bottom half here from Lowell Park. 8-9-1 for the Kettleers. Tristan Smith, the lefty, he waited a long time in that dugout, but he loves this cushion. He's back ready to go. Here's the first pitch, the lefty in Tobias. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1.
And now for Smith, you have that lead, and you just got to settle back in. First inning was started well, ran into some trouble, but got around it.
Fires in the 0-1 breaking ball. Ground ball, second base side. Eblin slides. He makes the grab. Fires to first in time. The Bravos really firing at all cylinders. Eblin, the all-star second baseman, flashing the leather, 1 away.
And that's a part of Eblin's game that sometimes gets taken away a little bit, is his defensive ability. He has so much range, athleticism as well. He's made so many diving stops so far this season. That one just felt routine for him.
A 5-1 Braves lead. Eblin helped them out a little bit in that top of the second. First pitch here to the lefty in Scanlon. Big wave and a miss on the heater at 91 from Smith, 0-1. First game here for Scanlon in the Kettleers uniform. Plays his baseball at the U. Tall lefty stance. Smith's 0-1. Fastball outside corner. Beautiful spot, 0-2. It was the RBI single for Eblin in the second as well. Had a big RBI against the Harbor Hawks just 2 days ago. And his defense continues to be his strong suit. He's played a lot of third base as well. Smith 0-2. Scanlon drives it towards center field and shallow. Coming in is Harrelson Peterson as well. Harrelson in center calls him off. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Back to the top of the order for Cotuit. Here's Carter Matheson. As Matt mentioned, 1 hit in that first inning for the Kettleers on 1 run. It was a 2-out walk hit by a pitch and then a T.O. Banks RBI single. Matheson, the lefty, is 0-1. Smith's first pitch, changeup low. Check down to Joe LaBella. He said he did not go around on the third base side. 1-0. Matheson batting .345, 7 RBIs. Looking to start another 2-out rally for Cotuit. Smith from the windup. 1-0 fastball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two waves of the bat here for Matheson. Smith only 1 strikeout so far, looking to work back 2-0. Fastball check swing and fouled back. Matheson couldn't make up his mind on the heater. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the hitter. So Cotuit got that lead, and in their last 5 games, we talked about those leads. One of them in a loss against Harwich where they did have that lead. 2-1 pitch, off speed, skied out towards left field. Coming in is Sam Peterson. He'll settle under it. He'll make the catch for out number 3. And a bounce back 1-2-3 inning for Tristan Smith here in the second. Bourne in full command early. It's 5-1. Led to the top of the third here from Lowell Park on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? 2-1 out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry. Just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Jonathan Vastine, and you're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Braves pick up their burning hot lumber as we head to the top of the third here from Lowell Park. A 5-1 lead for the Bravos after 5 runs all coming in the top half of the second. And the first hitter, Gigliotti, will see for his 3rd inning of work. Oh no, it's a new pitcher. It'll be Mason Murdoch. It's the sophomore and the right-hander out of North Carolina, Wilmington. First appearance for his summer here for the Kettleers, and as I mentioned, he'll face Sam Peterson, who had the home run off of Gigliotti in that second inning. It was back-to-back for the Bravos, Peterson and Michelle. This past season for him, an 11.03 ERA. Pitched in 10 games, started 5 of those on 23 and 2/3 innings pitched. And for him, 16 walks on 19 strikeouts. So he'll face the middle of this order for the Braves, Sam Peterson, Garrett Michelle, and New Contratis. Top of the third here from Lowell Park. We thank you for joining us on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna with you. Murdoch, the righty, his first appearance. Sam Peterson, the first man he'll see. First pitch, fastball, chopped third base side, backhanded from Mathis, but fouled. Peterson, his first home run, as well as his 5th RBI, 4th and 5th for him on the 2-run homer. Murdoch from the windup. 0-1 to Peterson, breaking ball inside. Count 1-1.
And for Bourne, it wasn't just, they waited long in at-bats. They jumped on
1-1 pitch, fastball low, 2-1.
They jumped on Gigliotti early on counts, and you saw it from the Peterson home run, Michelle home run, and then just a string of singles.
Murdoch fires on the 2-1. Scorched foul, third base side from Peterson. He'll work it back 2-2. Looking to put down the first hitter he sees in the third. His 2-2 offering, off speed, just clipped foul, third base side. Peterson staying alive. Peterson showed some power this past spring at Iowa for the Hawkeyes, back with those yellow cleats and the Iowa helmet. Murdoch shakes off the first side. Now kicks and deals in the windup. 2-2, clip foul, right by the Cotuit dugout once again. Peterson not going away. Third baseman in Mathis, just a step off the grass. The 2-2 offering, once again. Peterson, third base side, just goes foul. 5 straight. To that same side of the field for Sam Peterson. Long at bat to start here for Mason Murdoch. Glove at the belt once again for the righty. The 2-2 this time. Fastball up, 3-2. Peterson showed the power early. He has that speed as well, looking to get on base. 3-2 pitch, fastball up and inside. Peterson holds back for a long at-bat and a walk. He has 10 stolen bases. He'll take the jog to first. And here's Garrett Michelle, who helped him in the second with back-to-back shots.
And you like to get that speed for Peterson on. He's been caught stealing or caught in rundowns, whatever you want to call it. But those are against lefty pitchers, and now with Murdoch, the righty, you're going to have to be extra careful.
Pick over to first. Peterson back standing. Michelle now 3 home runs and 14 RBIs for the first baseman out of Virginia Tech. Murdoch sets from the stretch. Peterson going first pitch. A called strike to throw down. Not in time. Scanlon a good throw, but a better jump from Peterson. Stolen base number 11. And he sits in scoring position for Michelle.
Well, you see him didn't wait a whole lot longer against the righty. Knew he could get a good jump. That's exactly what he did.
Murdoch's 0-1. Fastball low, just blocked from Scanlon. Count 1-1.
For Peterson there, I think his biggest concern wasn't the throw, but whether or not he was going to, his forward momentum was going to carry him through second. We've seen it once before.
And it's happened to a few Bourne players as well. Not as wet here tonight. 1-1 pitch. This one gets past Scanlon, but not going as Peterson on the off-speed offering. 2-1. Beautiful night for baseball to start off the second to last full week of the regular season. Murdoch set a look at second at Peterson. His 2-1 pitch to Michelle. Fastball low and inside, 3-1. New Contreras waits on deck. He had a single to keep that rally alive in the second. Three-two pitch, fastball low and inside. Murdoch walks back-to-back batters to begin his outing. And here is the righty Contreras.
And that's big for Garrett. As Ali said, he's been upset that he hadn't been playing too great, that his at-bats, hadn't been up to his standard, specifically striking out a large amount, but now you see it from him. You see that patience, teeing up that changeup from Gigliotti in the second, and now working along at bat, battling back quickly in a hole and working that walk.
And a mound visit here for Murdoch to begin the third inning. First and second here, and Cotuit bringing him in after not the outing they wanted from Gigliotti, who, as we mentioned, in his 4 starts so far has been very good for Cotuit.
Gigliotti was named an all-star pitcher for the West, and so there was a lot of high hopes for him heading into this start, but Bourne saw something in him when they were scouting him, and something even through that first inning that translated to the second.
And I think the big thing they may have talked about was, as Matt talked about, that low-velocity fastball and just waiting back. And he's going to throw a lot of junk at you with a lot of off-speeds, but it's waiting back and finding your pitch and not helping him a lot, and that's what Bourne did. Now visit comes to an end here for Murdoch. The catcher in Scanlon back behind home plate. Contreras digs in. He's 1 for 1. Scored in the second as a part of that 5-run rally. Michelle, the runner on first. Peterson, the runner on second. Bourne looking to tack on more, leading by 4. Murdoch set. First pitch. This one driven to right center field. This one could be down in the gap, and it could be trouble, but Matheson makes the catch. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it on the transfer, so Peterson will advance. It will be an out. So Matheson did make the catch in the right center field gap. The base ump in Sam Finn said he made the catch, and it was just on the transfer. So Contreras with a hard line out. 2 good swings for him. But Peterson advances 90 feet. And Michelle stays at first, and Hugh Pinckney now digs in.
Yeah, as you said, that transfer, he lost it. A lot of forward momentum carrying him to right center. And he tried to spin and snap a throw back in to hold Peterson there, but lost it as he spun.
First pitch to Pinckney. Fastball going to miss low, 1-0. Not the start that Murdoch would want here to the first 2 hitters, but putting Contreras down now sets up a double play. Pinckney, the lefty, digs back in. 1-0 pitch, fastball inside. Going here is Michelle, now caught in a rundown. Peterson between third. The shortstop and Norris throws home. Peterson slides. He's not, and he's in there. Throw it not in time from Norris. And Bourne with that sneaky base running. Michelle stealing and looking to force a tough play at home. Peterson caught between the bags, but he was off very far enough to just have the chance to go home. A late throw from Norris. And Bourne now leads 6-1.
That's by design from John Topoleski over at third. Michelle's doesn't have a whole lot of speed to where you'd expect him to steal second on his own.
2-0 to Pinckney, fastball low.
But they wanted to put Norris or whatever middle infielder went to go cover second, put him in that bind, because Peterson's got that speed to where he put himself in that middle spot. And as soon as he saw Norris hesitate, he took off for home. And he's got that speed, diving in head first ahead of that tag and that left hand on home plate.
Murdoch's 3-0 to Pinckney is a 4-pitch walk for the catcher. It walked down to first. Michelle still sits at second. And here's the 9-hitter Gage Harrelson, another long inning so far for the Braves. And looking to connect with some more runs on the 6-1 lead. Gage will line out to center field in his last AB. Has 2 runners on here for him. First pitch, fastball up and inside for a ball, 1-0. That was another great play from Matheson, who has been commanding that center field, both gaps and right and left. Murdoch set a look at second. 1-0 pitch. This one a high drive from Harrelson to right center field. This could be another one. Matheson going back, bounces over his head and bounces over the wall for a ground rule double. So Pinckney will come around to third base. Michelle will score. And Harrelson, his first hit of the night, a ground rule RBI double. And Bourne commanding here from Lowell Park. That large lead, and Harrelson picks up his 5th RBI.
Even for Gage, he didn't hit a whole lot of home runs at Texas Tech. He just had 1 on his freshman season. But he's got that power when he's able to tee one up, and he did it a couple times during BP down the line, and there a one-hopper over the fence in right center.
A 7-1 lead. Here's the top of the order, and Jonathan Vastine. Murdoch set. First pitch, fastball up and inside once again. Back-to-back up and in fastballs to hitters to begin his ABs. And some deja vu to that last appearance here at Lowell Park between Bourne and Cotuit. That offense early on display for the Braves. 1-0 comes in. It's low and inside, 2-0. That 13-1 win for the Bravos back on the 25th of June. Murdoch back to the stretch. High leg kick. 2-0 pitch. Almost clips Vastine on the heater inside. 3 straight balls. Vastine 2 for 2. 2 singles. Led off this game and helped out in that second inning. Scored as well. 3-0 pitch. Fastball low and outside. Just clips the zone for a strike. 3-1. Pinckney waits off third. Harrelson off second base. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Murdoch. 3-1. Fastball outside. Vastine throws his bat first base side, and he'll reach base for the 3rd time here tonight. Base is now loaded, and here comes Bryce Eblin. An RBI single for Eblin back in that 2nd inning. Reached and got to third base. He was stranded there. Murdoch set, first pitch, fastball at the letters, a called strike to Eblin.
You just look up and down this Bourne order, and everybody's eating right now. Everyone's reached base at least once.
0-1 pitch right off the back of Eblin. That will score a run. Pinckney jogs in from third. He'll score. 8-1 Braves. And as Matt mentioned, everyone continues to eat in some capacity. And right there, Eblin just eating that fastball right off the back. Base is still loaded with 1 away, and the big hitting Derek Bender, he'll step in.
And Bryce will gladly wear that every day of the week. That's his 4th time he's been hit by a pitch, and he'll take the scar, take the bruise.
First pitch to Bender, this one inside, 1-0. Bender picked up his 16th RBI in the 2nd. He's 1 for 2. Murdoch now to the windup. 1-0 pitch, fastball up and away, 2-0. Matt Bender could really blow this one open early on once again. So similar to that last meeting here at Lowell Park. Murdoch, 2-0 pitch, fastball at the knees, a called strike to Bender, 2-1. Harrelson off third base, Vasson off second, Eblin off first. The 2-1 pitch, ground ball, third base side, and not picked up, rolls into left field for a base hit. Harrelson scores, rounding third base is Vastine. He'll score as well. There's some smoke and lumber on the first base dugout, and you can smell it. Derek Bender stays hot, 10-1 Braves.
Let me just check my scorebook real quick. Yep, it is the 3rd inning. Just wanted to make sure. It's already into double digits here for Bourne. I mean, they smell blood in the water. They just keep going back for more.
Kendall Diggs looking to keep it going. First pitch, fastball low, gets past Scanlon, but both runners will stay. 9 hits for the Braves. Bender picked up that 9th. And if you look at, when Matt and I just take a look at our scorebook, just a lot of good writing that you like to see, a lot of home runs, a lot of runners scoring, 10 so far. Murdoch's 1-0 to Diggs, fastball low and inside, 2-0. Bryce Eblin waits on second base, Derek Bender on first. Diggs has walked and struck out so far, looking to join the hit party. 2-0 pitch, bounces out of the way. Almost hits Diggs on the knee, 3-0 on the heater. Third baseman Mathis still in on the grass. Not the start that Cotuit's wanted from either pitcher. Murdoch looking to work back. 3-0 pitch. Fastball low and inside. Ball 4. Second time that Diggs will walk here tonight for the Braves, and the second time the Bravos will bat around. Sam Peterson led off this inning with a walk. He'll step in once again. And Cotuit's been beaten up on teams like this. 12-5 win against Falmouth, a 7-1 win against YD, but Bourne has shown that they have their number here at Lowell Park. First pitch to Peterson, bounces to the plate on the off-speed, just stays in front of Scanlon. Keeps Eblin steady at third. And the Kettleers, as we mentioned as well, the #1 pitching staff, first in runs allowed. And then first in runs scored. Have been far and away the best team
9-3 so far in the month of July. One out here in the top of the third. Murdoch set the 1-0 to Peterson. Fastball driven to deep left field and towards the gap. Shading over and left is Banks. He'll make the catch. Eblin will tag from third. He will score. Make it 11-1 Bourne here in the top of the third on the sac fly from Sam Peterson.
You know, I didn't think I'd have to use stats like this. I wasn't expecting an output like this from Bourne, but our social media guy, Joey Kurtz, he sent in our group chat that Bourne's on a 3-game win streak at Lowell Park, outscoring Cotuit 34-8.
First pitch to the lefty Garrett Michelle, waving a miss.
And since 2017, which includes the playoffs, Bourne is 9-4-1 here at Lowell.
Something about Lowell Park. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball once again, clips the zone. 0-2 to Michelle. Murdoch looking to finally get out of this one. 11-1 Bourne lead. Pitch to Michelle, chopper first base side. This one going to roll foul. Been a long third inning, was a long second on the top half for the Braves. 5 runs in that second inning, give him 6 here. Michelle already has that home run, has scored twice. He walked in this inning. Contradas off first base. 0-2 pitch, this one inside. Count 1-2, and Bender off second. And Murdoch back to that stretch. Here's 1-2. Michelle pops it up third base side and towards foul territory. Math is shading over. He'll take a look, and it's out of play. And crazy to think that Cotuit's been this good at home. 9 straight since that loss to Bourne. And Bourne comes in here in another big game, and the offense early. Still a lot of left of baseball to play, only in the top of the third. Murdoch sets once again a look at second. Is 1-2 pitch. Off speed hangs inside, 2-2.
Yeah, it's still a long way to go here. And, we've seen Bourne put up the offensive numbers here. You know Cotuit on the other end, they're just as capable as well. So you got to be able to stay.
2-2 to Michelle. Scorcher first base side and foul.
Got to stay level-headed. And with Tristan Smith on the mound, you still got to stay confident. Work with the lead for your pitcher. You've done a great job here. Now you need those shutdown innings on the other end. You got Cotuit where you want them. Got to put them away.
The 2-2 breaking ball. Michelle holds back. This one low, full count. 5 walks surrendered this inning by Murdoch for the Kettleers on 6 runs. Has a chance finally to get out of it. 3-2, 2 away. Bender off second, digs off first. His pitch, off speed upstairs, and not this time. Bases will be juiced once again for the Bravos. And the third hitter that will take their second hacks here in the third inning. And this looks like it may do it for Murdoch. A mound visit here. Whole infield comes in, and they give him a point. And Murdoch's night comes to an end here at Lowell Park. Bourne with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the top of the third inning. 11-1 your score here early on for the Bravos on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area in our can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bornbraves.org, and come join the fun.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
This is Cam Foster. You're listening to the Born Braves Broadcast Network.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Born Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
We return here in the top of the third. Your new pitcher for Cotuit, Brock Peary. His 4th appearance for the Kettleers at Arizona State, has struggled so far on 4 2/3 innings. And he'll face the bases loaded. First pitch to the righty New Contreras is an off-speed outside, 1-0. Allowed 3 runs in his last appearance and 6 in the first for him. Only 3 so far. That last one came on the 14th against Falmouth. He'll work from the stretch, the righty submarine thrower, 1-0, and it's fouled back from Contreras. Has an interesting delivery. Just full-on submarine, his right arm almost touching the dirt. Bender off third base, Diggs off second. It's Michelle off first. RBI chance here for Contreras. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball outside, 2-1. 6 runs on the inning for the Bravos. 9 hits overall on the 11-1 lead. Third time Contreras is swinging, second time in the inning. 2-1 pitch. Off speed's in there this time, just clipping the outer half, even at 2s. 1 hit so far for Contreras. Lined out this inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Can Cotuit do it this time? The pitch, chopper, third base side, picked up from Mathis, who can't corral it. Now he'll throw to first. It's late, but it's in time. So Cotuit finally gets out of the inning, and Bourne pouring it on here early. 6 runs in the third. They lead 11-1 over the Kettleers. We'll head to the bottom half of the third here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor, who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn. Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
This is Jonathan Vastine, and you're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Braves in full command as we head to the bottom of the third inning here from Lowell Park, an 11-1 Bravos lead. Tristan Smith, once again the left-hander for the Braves, has took a lot of time in the dugout between the last 2 half innings. He saw 5 runs score in that top half of the second, 6 more in the top of the third. Has so much cushion here.
And had a 1-2-3 inning in the second that felt so long ago. He'll face 2-3-4 for Cotuit. Here's the righty Cole Mathis, the player of the week. Smith on the windup. First pitch, off speed, right down Main Street, count 0-1. Mathis 0 for 1, struck out in the first. Smith back to that windup, glove of the belt. Sets and fires on the 0-1. Fastball popped up, shallow right field and in foul territory. Garrett Michelle shades over towards the dugout, now backpedals back. He'll make the catch for a quick out number 1. The Bourne offense has been helpful here, but Smith pitching very efficiently so far. 1 run scored in the first on only 1 hit for Cotuit. Here's the 3-hitter James McCoy, 0 for 0 so far, walked and scored. First pitch, fastball called strike, 0-1. Back of the box is McCoy. Smith on the windup. 0-1 pitch. Fastball in there once again, right at the knees. 0-2. Looking for a quick out number 2 is Smith. Breaking ball outside, count 1-2. And looking down the first base dugout, you know, if you want to tell how much Bourne has done so far early, Derek Bender, the DH, was just holding a baby down the first base side. Smith sets. Now the 1-2, cut on and missed. Strikeout number 2 for Tristan Smith here in the third. And a quick out number 2 for the Bravos. Here's the shortstop, Grant Norris.
Yeah, you know, I saw our producer, Ryan, point to something, and, you know, he typed it out, and I thought he was joking, and then I looked down the first base side.
First pitch to Norris, check swing. They check down to LaBella. And I'm going to say he went around either way. Was Mertzel the home plate ump, 0-1. Just crazy to think that you look down first base side, and Bourne's playing so well that Derek Bender was actually holding a baby. Oh, 1 pitch to Norris, some chin music, fastball inside, count 1-1. And it almost makes me laugh just saying it because it's just so random.
It's so bizarre. It's hard to wrap your head around it.
We got to find out whose baby it is.
It's only the bottom of the third.
1-1 pitch, off speed inside here to Norris. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Lowell Park very silent right now. Still a packed house, but Bourne once again here have been dominant. 2-1 pitch, big swing and a miss from Norris on the 89 heater, 2-2. It was a 13-1 win last time, but Bourne scored their 13th run in the 9th inning, where they scored 3. Smith, 2-2 breaking ball, low and inside, not biting is Norris, count full. The Braves also riding a 3-game losing streak, and you wouldn't know it from the start of this one. And that offense from 3 games just finally coming alive here into 1. Payoff pitch from Smith. Wave and a miss. Going up the ladder is Norris. Strikeout number 3 and back-to-back for Tristan Smith here in the third. Bourne, they got the hitting and the pitching from the southpaw. And after 3, an 11-1 Bravos lead led to the top of the 4th here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. And I'll hand play-by-play over to Matt Scalzo. Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. from directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? 2-1 out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry. Just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Welcome back to Lowell Park. Matt Scalzo, Cam Manna. It's been something through 3 innings. It's an 11-1 Bourne lead. Hugh Pinckney leads off. He takes ball one outside from Brock Peary. Right now we're working through some defensive changes here for Cotuit. Trotter Harlan is now in center, and Brock Wills is at second. The 1-0 fastball finds the inside corner to Pinckney. The 1-1. This one misses inside to the left-hander out of Rutgers. The catcher is 0 for 1 so far. A fly out and a walk, his 2 times at the dish. He stands in a 2-1 count, riding a 4-game hitting streak. 8-9-1 due up for Bourne. The 2-1. Low and away, and it's 3-1. Bourne went down in unconventional 1-2-3 in the first. A single from Vastine, then a double play from Eblin, and a ground out from Bender. 5 runs in the second, and then 6 in the third. The 3-1. Swing and a miss from Pinckney. The payoff pitch. Pinckney chopper first base side. Gloved by Tobias. He'll take it to the bag himself, and Pinckney is recorded out for the first out here in the 4th.
Well, nice there for Peary just to get a quick out right now, and that's what you kind of have to do if you're Cotuit. Kind of just start over right now, look for 1-2-3s, and hope for the offense to just little by little get a roll going.
First pitch to Harrelson. Fastball inside, called strike 1. The 0-1 from the submarine pitcher. This is low and away. 1-1 to the left-hander, and Harrelson, who's 1 for 2. Had a ground rule double in the third, picked up on RBI as it drove in Garrett Michelle. The 1-1. Harrelson shoots it the other way, tailing down the left field line and foul ground, racing over his banks, but it will fall in foul territory, and he'll toss the ball to a young fan down the left field line. Count moves to 1-1. Count moves to 1-2, rather. Harrelson settles back in, as does Peary on the mound. He sets from the stretch. The 1-2. Harrelson drives it in the air. Fly ball to left field. Moving over his banks. He settles under it in the left center field gap, and he'll make the catch for the second out.
And even with that being an out there for Harrelson, 3 hard hit balls, has that double hard line out to center field. Just good swings from Harrelson. And not probably the one thing that he's thinking about just with how well he's playing the whole offense as a whole is, but also something to take away for him overall.
Here comes top of the order, Jonathan Vastine. First pitch swing for him. He slices it down the left field line, racing over his banks into foul ground, and he's not able to make the catch. Running over, and it popped off his glove. So the count moves to 0-1 rather than a 1-2-3 inning for Peary. He still could get it, but Vastine's been a tough out. 2 singles and a walk. Has an RBI in the second. He's came around to score twice so far. Speedy shortstop out of Vanderbilt, and the top of the order for Bourne. 0-1, hits him square on the back. Actually seemed to catch him more towards his butt, and he'll head on down to first base. So he's reached base now for safely 4 times tonight. A couple singles, a walk, and now a hit by pitch. Brings up the lefty and Bryce Eblin. 2 outs here. First pitch from the right-hander. Catches the hands of Eblin. Time called by the home plate umpire and Jeff Mertzel. Thought it was just ball 1 inside, but he called time, pointed to the wrist of Eblin, and that's where it caught him. Back-to-back hit by pitches here for Peary. Puts runners on first and second with 2 outs, and Derek Bender coming up to bat. He's got 3 RBIs so far. Back-to-back singles on his night. First pitch. Off speed outside, 1-0.
And I was going to say, Cotuit almost a chance to have their first inning, not allowing a base runner, and then just back-to-back hit by pitches. Very unfortunate.
1-0. Another off speed. It's outside, 2-0. Corner infielder at third, and Cole Mathis pinching on the infield grass. Norris and Wills pinching up the middle. Outfield at standard depth. Eblin not being held onto by Jacob Tobias at first. 2-1. Swing and a miss. On the fastball, it's 2-1. The 2-1. It's another fastball, this one high and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Derek Bender here in the 4th. That's an 11-1 Bourne lead over Cotuit. Bourne looking to snap their 3-game losing streak against the hottest team in the league. The 3-1. Fastball catches the outside corner. That's a full count to Bender with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Bastine leads off second. Eblin at first. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Bender chasing the off-speed outside. And Peary picks up his first strikeout to end the top of the 4th as we'll head to the bottom half. Bourne still well within command. An 11-1 lead over Cotuit on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Welcome back to Lowell Park. 11-1 the lead for Bourne as we enter into the bottom of the 4th. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. And Cam, well, Cotuit struck first, 1-0 after 1. But Bourne has responded over the last 2 innings. 5 runs in the second, 6 in the third, and 2 1-2-3 innings from Tristan Smith on the mound. And Smith sets on the mound. First pitch is a fastball on the inside corner to T.O. Banks. The left fielder picked up that RBI single in the first, a seeing eye single on the right side of the infield, out of reach for a diving Michelle over at first. The 0-1. Banks, slow roller back in front of home plate. Pinckney picks it up with a bare hand, fires to first in time. Hugh Pinckney, a dart to Michelle. Gets Banks out by a step.
And a great play there for Hugh, too. And that's the second time we've seen him and Smith have that communication on little just swinging bunts right in front of the mound, and Pinckney that time taking a hit himself.
Brings up Trotter Harlan. First pitch to him is a off speed that misses just a touch outside, 1-0. Right-handed hitter out of College of Charleston. Started at second base, now he's in center field. A 1-0. Harlan fouls it straight back, and it's 1-1 on the fastball from Smith. Harlan, just his 4th game played this season with Cotuit. Came in with a .400 batting average, worked his 2nd walk of the summer, his first time up in the 1st. 1-1. Harlan shoots it through into right center field. Bryce Eblin going full extension on the dive, wasn't able to come up with it. That's the first hit for Cotuit since the bottom of the 1st inning, and T.O. Banks' RBI single, and just the 2nd hit of the game for the Kets.
And if Eblin made that play, man, everything would be going right for the Braves. Just a few inches away from that glove of Eblin.
Looking like Superman out there is Smith working from the stretch. First pitch, cut and missed from Trevor Haskin, the DH. It's his first game with the team. Out of Stanford. He was the first one with that swinging bunt that Cam had alluded to. Nice play from Pinckney there. That ended the 1st inning. Harlan takes his lead off first. The 0-1 home. Fastball right on the outside edge. 0-2. The 0-2. Haskins, bouncer third base side. It will roll foul on the backhand from Contrades. We'll go again on another 0-2 count.
And now if you're Cotuit, when you have these base runners on, you're just trying to just move them over and slowly here early on. It's kind of how you can work back, just get 1 or 2 each inning. That's really all you can really do right now.
Smith set from the stretch, working from the first base side of the rubber. The 0-2, it's a changeup that's outside for ball 1. Count moves to 1-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th to Haskins. Harlan off first, picked up a single, just out of reach for a diving Bryce Eblin. Bourne with 11-1 lead. Smith has settled in nicely here after a rocky bottom of the 1st. 1-2 breaking ball. This one's low, and it's 2-2. On deck is Jacob Tobias, the first baseman. If it goes any further, it's Jack Scanlon in the hole. Harlan takes his lead, the 2-2. Fastball called strike 3 on the inside corner. Frozen is Haskins. And Tristan Smith picks up his 4th strikeout of the night. There's 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th.
Great pitch, and the approach has not changed for Smith, who's working another inning here, and it's been very good so far, commanding his strike zone, working ahead of hitters, and a chance to just have another quick inning. 4th batter here in Tobias.
Tobias grounded out to Eblin his first time up back in the 2nd, and man, what a play it was for Bryce Eblin. We talked about his almost unreal play here on the single from Harlan. But the ground out for Tobias was the first big play made by Eblin. First pitch from Smith misses outside, 1-0. Tobias came with a .256 average coming into tonight, 5 RBIs on his summer out of Arizona State. 1-0. This one's popped up foul down the left field line. Count even to 1-1 to the left-hander in Tobias, facing the lefty in Smith. Tobias has played often against Bourne, mainly as a hitter, but in the last meeting between these two, which came here at Lowell Park, he pitched the final 3 innings for the Kets, trailing by a bunch here against Bourne. The 1-1, chopper first base side, dribbles foul towards the Bourne dugout. Count moves to 1-2. Shift is on for Bourne as Vastine's basically right behind second base, just a few steps to his right on the left side of the infield. Eblin splitting the difference between first and second. 1-2, called strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tristan Smith, both by the looking variety. He's up to 5 on the night as we head into the 5th. Bourne well within control here over Cotuit. It's an 11-1 Bravos lead here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn. Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com and go Braves.
This is Jonathan Vastine, and you're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Into the 5th here from Cotuit. Bourne dominating right now. 11-1 lead, and Tristan Smith is dealing on the mound. 5 strikeouts for him. Got around the lone blemish in the first, and he's settled in nicely. Meanwhile, for the Bourne Bats, they came alive in the second and the third. 5 in the second, 6 in the third. And Kendall Diggs will lead off here in the 5th. They've got a runner on in every inning. Left 2 on in the 4th. After Jonathan Vastine and Bryce Eblin were hit by back-to-back pitches by Brock Peary, who comes out onto the mound, settling in for his second full inning of work. He's gone 1 2/3 so far. First pitch to lefty and Diggs. It's a fastball on the outside edge, 0-1. The 0-1. Fastball comes in, catches the inside corner. And it's 0-2. Diggs so far 0 for 1. Strikeout his second time up in the second. Worked a walk his first time up, and then in the third also walked. The 0-2. Diggs drives this one into center field, pushing Harlan back, going back at the track at the wall, and he sticks his glove up to make the catch.
And on that swing, then you kind of almost hold your breath for a second that Bourne got a hold of another ball. That would have just been killer for the Kettleers.
99 miles per hour off the bat of Diggs. He's starting to see the ball a lot better. Just waiting to find those gaps. First pitch to Sam Peterson, bounces in, gets past Scanlon, hits Mertzel behind the plate. Scanlon will check on him, and Mertzel appears to be all right as the count moves to 1-0 against Sam Peterson. He's 1 for 1. 3 RBIs so far for him, highlighted by his 2-run homer in the second. Walked and scored in the third. Here the 1-0 is scorched to the left side of the infield. Backhanded by Norris. Throws, and it's on the money. Beautiful play by Grant Norris to get the second out here in the 5th.
And nice here for Cotuit just to get their quick outs, force a quick 1-2-3, but then it just comes down to how their offense responds to that, because at this point, only 1-2-3s can only do so much.
First pitch to Garrett Michelle. It's a fastball that misses low and away, and it's 1-0. Michelle checks a swing, holds off on the fastball. That's a touch outside. It's 2-0. 2-0. Michelle comes up empty on the fastball. It's 2-1. Daniel Corona Jr. is over at third for Cotuit out of Wake Forest. 2-1. This one dips low on the fastball, and it's 3-1 to Michelle. Solo home run in the second. That was his third of the year, and he's worked back-to-back walks so far. The 3-1. Strike two on the inside corner. Full count to Michelle. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Michelle down on strikes. A 1-2-3 inning for Peary on the mound. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Bourne with an 11-1 lead over Cotuit.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Welcome back to Lowell Park. New pitcher on the mound for the Bravos. It's Max LeBlanc out of UMass Amherst. He'll make his second appearance on the summer. Had a rough outing against Chatham where he went 1 inning, gave up 2 earned runs on a 1 swing of the bat. Is a home run to dead center for the Anglers, but he bounced back, picked up back-to-back strikeouts to get out of the inning in Bourne's 7-5 win over Chatham. And that was the last win that Bourne picked up this season, back on the 12th of July. And he'll come in for Tristan Smith, who went 4 innings, gave up just 2 hits, 1 earned run. Struck out 5. And walked just a couple of batters as well. Another nice outing on the mound for Tristan Smith, but LeBlanc trying to get settled in a bit more here for Bourne. He'll face 9, 1, and 2 in this Cotuit order. Jack Scanlon. And then rather than Carter Matheson, as we had talked about those changes for Cotuit, Brock Wills now digs into that spot at the top of the order. He's over at second base. And then it's Daniel Corona Jr. in place of Cole Mathis over at third, and will bat third in this inning against the right-hander in LeBlanc out of UMass. Scanlon's 0 for 1. He flew out to center field his first time up. Righty on lefty here to begin the bottom of the 5th. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. It's an 11-1 lead for the Bravos over the Kets. First pitch from LeBlanc. Fastball low, and it's 1-0. Fastball popped up left side of the infield, tailing into foul ground. Contranis right on the line now. He drifts back into fair territory, and he'll make the catch for the first out. Also a change behind the plate. Adonis Guzman has replaced Hugh Pinckney. Been a little bit since we've seen him. He was out looking at new schools, potentially. Was at BC his freshman season, but head coach Mike Gambino has left Chestnut Hill. And he's headed over to Happy Valley in State College, PA, to be that new head coach of the Penn State Nittany Lions. That brings up the left-hander and Brock Wills. First pitch, fastball on the outside corner, called strike one. The 0-1, breaking ball kind of missed from Wills. It's 0-2. Wills out of UNC Wilmington makes his 11th appearance on the summer. Comes in with a .357 average. 10 for 28. 4 RBIs here. 1-1 outside, 2-1. Or 1-2, excuse me.
And a strong start for LeBlanc, too. And if you're the Bourne pitchers right now, you're trying to just gain confidence here with this large lead.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball fooled Wills. And that's the first strikeout of the night for LeBlanc, and there's 2 away here in the 5th.
Just really great pitches and changing from the fastball to a nice off speed there, and Wills just out in front and fooled.
Now the first appearance of the summer for Daniel Corona Jr. First pitch swing, he pops it up. Towering pop-up right on top of home plate and on top of the pitcher's mound. Contrades coming over from third, and he makes the underhand catch for the third out. Tough play for the Bourne infield to pick up on, but Contrades got a beat, and he made the catch for the third out. 1-2-3 inning for LeBlanc. We head to the 6th. It's a 11-1 lead for the Bravos.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? 2-1 out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry. Just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Back at Lowell Park, and on the mound is no longer a pitcher for the Kettleers. It is James McCoy, who had been playing in right field, the right-hander out of Kentucky, will step onto the bump here for the Kets. Bourne well within command here. And head coach Mike Roberts is going to opt to not burn anyone else in the bullpen, and he's going to go to McCoy here to pitch in the 6th against 7, 8, and 9 in this Bourne order. New Contrades, Adonis Guzman, and Gage Harrelson due up. Trying to figure out who's in right field now.
Well, Trevor Haskins, the DH, is now playing shortstop.
Oh, my book is.
And
this is getting interesting for sure.
Second baseman is so now Grant Norris is just playing second. And Brock Willis is now playing right.
Well, this is something here at Lowell Park. My book no longer makes sense. And the first pitch is a fastball from Contrades. Comes in at 89 from James McCoy. Right fielder out of Kentucky. He's got some juice to him. 1-0 Contrades. Ground ball left side of the infield. Picked up by Haskins at short. Long throw onto first. Nice stretch from Tobias. And there's one away here in the 6th.
Yeah, so just, not the situation here for Cotuit at all, and very similar to the last meeting between the two teams. Cotuit just kind of saving for tomorrow and kind of letting this one wash out.
Here's Adonis Guzman, catcher for Bourne. Cuts and misses on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Adonis comes in, 227 average through 8 games played. Hasn't played since the 9th at Brewster. The 0-1 breaking ball is low, and it's 1-1. The 1-1. Fastball, Guzman sends a towering pop-up down the left field line, racing over his Corona Jr. towards the fence. He looks back, tries to reach over his shoulder. It drops in. Foul territory, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, really nothing just going Cotuit's way right now. A team that is top in defense right with Bourne. They really don't make a lot of errors. That one not being ruled as an error, but just a play that Cotuit wants to make in foul territory.
1-2 to Guzman. Chopper back up the middle, pops off the glove of McCoy. The throw from Haskins on the deflection. It's in time to get Guzman. So Haskins in his first bit of playing time at short, showing his glove work off. Picks up back-to-back outs, and there's 2 away here in the 6th. First pitch to the lefty, engage Harrelson. Off speed outside, 1-0. Fastball down the dirt, 2-0 now to Harrelson. McCoy, for a position player, seems awfully comfortable on the mound. Wouldn't be shocked if there's something in his past where he was a pitcher. 2-0 fastball. High and outside, 3-0. 88 miles per hour on his fastball. Has a changeup that came in at around 80. 3-0, another fastball. This one's right down the chute. 3-1 to Harrelson. The 3-1, Harrelson turns on it, drives it down the right field line, racing over his Wills, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out. So 1-2-3 for James McCoy in his first inning of work, and it's an 11-1 Bourne lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. But first, over to Allie Navarrete, who's got more on the All-Stars and the Bourne lineup.
Thanks, Matt. Yesterday, obviously, Cape League announced its 2023 All-Stars for both the West and the East. Got quite a few Bravos representing the West. Spoke to one of them, Derek Bender, before the game. He told me, this is something you dream about. Coming to the Cape League, first of all, is something you dream about when you're a little kid, and being an all-star is just the cherry on top for him. He's super excited, I know, especially because he gets to play there with his Coastal teammate, Caden Bodine. And then another extra special one, a back-to-back all-star nomination for Bryce Cunningham. He was one last year in 2022. Obviously would go on to win a championship, and hopefully his summer trends that way after yet another appearance in the Cape League All-Star game.
Thank you, Allie. Lot to be happy with for Bourne, especially with their all-stars, and they're coming out to shine tonight, Bryce Eblin in particular. We'll step aside and be back for the bottom of the 6th here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Back at Lowell Park and off the mound and into the batter's box for James McCoy. Pitched a 1-2-3, top of the 6th. Now he settles in to face the right-hander and Max LeBlanc. First pitch breaking ball right in the zone, 0-1. McCoy, the lefty, against the righty. McCoy is 0 for 1. Walked and scored the lone run for Cotuit in the bottom of the first, then struck out swinging. The 0-1, now it's 0-2 as chases the high fastball. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Called strike 3. Frozen on the fastball right at the knees to McCoy. It's another strikeout for LeBlanc. It's his second. And down by way of the K once again for McCoy. One gone here in the bottom of the sixth. Bourne well within command. 5 runs in the second, 6 in the third. As an 11-1 advantage for the Bravos. Cotuit struck first. RBI single for T.O. Banks. First pitch fastball to Grant Norris, the right-handed hitter out of Penn State. Takes it upstairs 1-0. 1-0. Norris rips it to third. What a snag from Contrades. Underhand, flashing the leather. 2 away here in the bottom of the sixth. .99 miles per hour off the bat of Grant Norris. And New Contrades said, not so fast. Brings up T.O. Banks. First pitch breaking ball misses outside 1-0. Breaking ball low and away to the right-handed hitter in Banks. He's 1 for 2. The RBI single in the first gave the Kettleers that 1-0 lead, and then Bourne's bats just came out smoking hot. 2-0 fastball, clipped straight back, 2-1. And then Bourne smelled blood in the water, went back for more in the third with a 6th spot. Has that 11-1 advantage for Bourne. 2-1, breaking ball, popped up foul down the first base side. It's 2-2. Two away here in the bottom of the sixth. LeBlanc looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Second appearance for him on this summer. The 2-2. Banks chopper third base side. This will bounce foul. And we'll go again on another 2-2 here from Lowell Park. Sun beginning to set behind the trees on the third base side. 6:56 local time here from Lowell Park. The 2-2. Banks pops it up first base side. Michelle ranging into fair territory. He's underneath it. It'll make the catch for the third out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Max LeBlanc in the sixth. We head to the seventh. I'll hand play-by-play off to Cam Manna. He'll bring you home on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn. Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Top 7 here from Lowell Park, a 11-1 lead for the Bravos. That's where it stays. And after just a commanding first 3 innings for the Braves, 11 runs in the second and third, Cotuit's bear down, but it's been their position player, James McCoy, on the bump. He'll face JKG for the first time, pinch hitting for Jonathan Vastine, now playing shortstop. First pitch to the righty. It's a changeup low, count 1-0. Cotuit was 22-8 coming into this game. They led in that first place spot by 4.5 games. The 1-0 pitch chopped foul off the body of Crota Grauer, 1-1. Hyannis was in that second spot at the moment. They'll play Falmouth tonight. But you look at the West Division. Cotuit 1, Hyannis 2, trailing by 4.5 games. Bourne 3rd, trailing by 6.5. And then Falmouth 7 games back, just a half behind Bourne. Shows you how close the middle of the pack is. 1-1 off, speed upstairs, 2-1. But Hyannis and Falmouth playing tonight. A big game, but Bourne, not a lot in their favor coming into tonight. 2-1 fastball is low for McCoy, 3-1. Losing 3 straight games. A tough one at Hyannis on a walk-off, but they come in here against Cotuit and they surprise everyone once again. 3-1 pitch, Crota Grauer smokes one foul, third base side. We'll do it again now on a full count. Crota Grauer getting the day off here tonight. He digs back in. McCoy's 3-2 pitch, fastball low and inside, ball 4. And a leadoff base runner for the Bravos to begin the 7th. They had a base runner every single inning outside of the 5th and the 6th. Peary was solid out of the bullpen, the only really bright spot for the pitchers tonight for Cotuit. Now McCoy coming in as a position player. Started this game in right field batting 3rd. Here's Bryce Eblin. First pitch to the lefty, popped up third base side, out of play. The infielder out of Alabama, one of the All-Stars for the Bravos. His first appearance in that game will be July 22nd. Was with the team last year, as we talked about, and came on strong towards the end of it. McCoy from the stretch, he's set. 0-1 pitch, off speed outside to Eblin, count 1-1. Eblin has reached base 3 times. He has an RBI single, scored in the 3rd on a hit by a pitch, and was hit by a pitch again in the 4th. Has JKG off first. McCoy a look. Now the 1-1 pitch. Grounder at second base, could be 2. Picked up from Norris for 1. No, he boots it. It goes into right field. JKG takes a big turn on second. He goes to 3rd, just under the glove of Norris at second base. Now runners at the corners with no outs on the inning for the Bravos. Caden Bodine will pinch hit here for Bourne. Derek Bender, his night comes to a close. And man, just nothing going the way for the Kettleers here tonight. Bodine has been fantastic. Had a few RBIs against Hyannis. Almost had the go-ahead RBI in the 10th inning, but Bender was thrown out at home plate on a bang-bang play. Had 3 hits against the Harbor Hawks. Digs in here with an RBI chance, 1st and 3rd. McCoy's first pitch to the lefty Bodine. Fastball up and outside. And Bodine switch hitting catcher, and just so much potential he has after finishing his freshman season at Coastal Carolina. McCoy's 1-0 pitch to Bodine. Fastball low and outside. 2 straight balls to number 45. Sun's starting to set here from Lowell Park. Not a lot of wind. Been a weird kind of game. Been quiet since the 3rd. 2-0 pitch. Bodine a laser to right field. It's a base hit. Crota Grauer will score. Eblin to second. Bodine checks in with an RBI single. The Braves lead 13-1. Or 12-1, excuse me. Man, I'm losing track of the score now. Pete Ufreda, another pinch hitter for the Braves. He'll play right field in replace of Kendall Diggs. But yeah, so many runs have scored. And the scoreboard just actually almost went to 13 for a second. But it is a 12-1 score. Eblin now off second base. Bodine off first. Ufreda his first swings here tonight. First pitch to the lefty. Fastball is driven out towards shallow right field, high in the air. Willis, the right fielder, comes in. He'll settle under it. He'll make the catch. Eblin tagging to third base. The throw in is cut off from Haskins. He'll look at first, not going as Bodine. And runners at the corners now once again for the Braves with 1 out on the inning. Giuffreda had 2 hits the last time he was here at Cotuit. Both came against position players. That time against McCoy, not bringing 1 home, but advances Eblin. And Sam Peterson, who's still in the game, had the 2-run home run in the second. He'll take his hacks here against McCoy. 10 hits for the Braves on the 12 runs. McCoy, the high leg kick. First pitch to Peterson, a wave and a miss at the heater. Count 0-1. And McCoy, for a position player, right fielder, not awful from the mound, has shown a few different pitches. That fastball at 87. Comes here, spikes a fastball, gets past the catcher in Scanlon. Eblin's going to waltz in and score. Now 13 runs for the Braves. Bodine to second. And just tough for Cotuit. The Bravos keep piling it on here in this top of the 7th.
Yeah, they've evened the total from the first meeting between these two. This one through 7. That one they needed all 9 innings to get to that 13 mark.
1-1 to Peterson, a laser left field down the line for a base hit. Bodine's going to get the wave at third base. He's going to come in and score. The ball bouncing around in left field. Banks can't pick it up. Peterson is at second base standing. It's a 1-out RBI double for Sam Peterson, his 3rd ribby here tonight. And Bourne makes it 14-1.
And now there's a new record, I guess, or new season high for Bourne at Lowell Park. Season high in runs total. I mean, something about Lowell Park for the Braves historically. I think they wish they could play here every night at this point.
First pitch to Michelle, a little bit of a dribbler first base side. Picked up from Tobias. He'll step on the bag to get Michelle by a step. Peterson advances to third for a quick out number 2. And New Contreras comes to the plate. But yeah, back to your point, Matt. 14 runs, and it was that 13-1 win the last time the teams faced off here at Lowell Park, but we compared the games to this one, the different kind of offense. It was a 9-0 lead for Bourne, I believe, after 6 as Contreras chops this one to second base. Picked up from Norris. He'll fire to first. It's in time. Peterson will not score, and that will end the top of the 7th from Lowell Park. We'll finish this conversation when we head to the bottom half of the inning. 14-1 lead for the Bravos here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
To the bottom of the 7th we go here from Lowell Park, and the big news at hand is Bryce Eblin is now on the mound for the Bravos. They turn Max LeBlanc away, who was stellar out of the bullpen for the continued dominance of the Bravos, but Eblin, who was playing second base to start tonight, the All-Star and the 2022 playoff MVP, will pitch on the mound just threw in a fastball at 89 miles per hour on the upper half, so not bad at all there from Eblin. He'll face 6, 7, 8 for Cotuit in their order. It will be Trotter Harlan, the first hitter, and we'll see what they move on with after that. Haskins looks like he'll be on deck. But Eblin is the pitcher. A lot of substitutions as well. Cam Foster is now at second base. We talked about the JKG substitution at short. But Bourne has been commanding 14-1. Matt, we go back to that last meeting, and it was a 13-1 win, but it wasn't that early offense that was as crazy as what we've seen today. The 11-1 after 3 innings was very different from kind of I think it was a 9-run lead after 5 or 6 for the Braves.
Yeah, it was 4-0 heading into the middle 3 innings, and then they put up another 5 runs. It was 9-0 as you went into those final 3 innings, and that's when you saw the changes for Cotuit when they brought in Jacob Tobias to pitch. Now tonight, it was just a hot start for Bourne. I mean,
blazing hot.
Well, yeah, you can't you instantly put Cotuit in a chokehold basically, and then they had them exactly where you wanted them. They were just looking for the kill shot, and now you might have it as Bryce Eblin has come onto the mound to pitch.
Well, the righty works in the windup. High leg kick, first pitch. Fastball comes in upstairs at 90 miles per hour for Eblin.
Hello, Bryce. I mean, we might have to mark him as a 2-way all-star now.
Is 1-0 pitch. Fastball in there at 91 to Harlan.
I mean, call him Shohei Ohtani. This is unreal.
And he has that velocity, being a middle infielder and also a third baseman. His 1-1 pitch popped up out of play. He has to have that velocity across the diamond, and showing it here as Harlan in a 1-2 hole.
See, I wouldn't be surprised if he switches it up. He was showing a breaking ball in warm-ups.
The 1-2 offering is the breaking ball, and this one's going to clip the back of Harlan. He'll throw his bat third base side. Eblin doesn't have it all just yet in his first appearance on the mound. Harlan jogs down to first with a leadoff base runner. But with Eblin on the mound, Bourne kind of just, Matt mentioned that kill punch is rubbing it all in right now. And what came in to be a huge Western Division game here today, it was only big after 3 innings. Here's Trevor Haskins, who's now playing shortstop. First pitch to the righty, a wave and a miss. Eblin's fastball there now to 88 on the low and inside corner. It's Harlan off first base, Michelle holding him on. 0-1 to Haskins. Fastball low at the shins, 1-1. But Eblin looks just composed and very serious still on the mound. He's not, taking this like a joke at all. He has that kill face locked in mentality on. His 1-1 pitch, fastball low, blocked by Guzman, 2-1. So Eblin just getting word here in 2021, he pitched 1 1/3 innings, and he had a 20.25 ERA, so has some pitching experience in different kind of blowout scenarios. That one in Alabama seemed like they were down. As the 2-1 comes in, a called strike at the knees, back to the heater, even at 2s. Two balls, 2 strikes. The number of the former player in Cavi Caster. Here's the pitch. This one's skied out towards right center field. Trufreda going back at the track. It bounces against the wall. Rounding second base is Harlan, now getting the wave at third. He'll come around and score. The throw is cut off from Contreras, and not a close play at the plate. He slides in safely on the late throw. It's an RBI double for Trevor Haskins. Some claps here from Lowell Park. And the second run on the board for Cotuit. It's 14-2.
Yeah, that's just going to happen, I guess, when you got a position player pitching. You're just trying to move along. I'm not sure whether the teams agreed to a late ending the game earlier or what it is.
It looks like right now it's 7:13 and how dark it's getting. First pitch here to Tobias, popped up foul third base side. And it's actually Cam Foster at third base.
Yeah, I did pick up on that. I meant to tell you.
But I will say, before the inning started, Foster was taking ground balls at second.
Yes,
okay.
You're not going insane. Don't worry, Cam. You're good.
So Contreras is at second.
Yeah. I had to rearrange my book, too. So you're good.
Not even going to touch my book at this point. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball up and away, 1-1. And with how dark it's getting right now, you wonder if there was an agreement made. But if they're going to keep playing at this rate of baseball, probably only maybe a full inning left to be played after this one. 1-1 pitch, fastball inside. The heat there from Eblin once again at 89, 2-1. Cotuit just looking to get to some practice swings in here with this score. 2-1 pitch, ground ball first base side, picked up from Michelle on a knee, flips to Eblin at first. And yep, you got that right. Kind of a similar play to what we've seen when Eblin plays second, but a flip to Eblin from the mound on the PFPs. And that's out number 1 here in the 7th.
Yeah, normally you're seeing Eblin to Michelle, and now we saw Michelle to Eblin.
Would be weird if that happened, if Eblin was playing second. Would have just be kind of a crazy kind of play and a slow runner.
Yeah. Maybe like a bunt, someone covering. I think we've seen JKG move from second to first to cover on a bunt, but.
Here's Jack Scanlon, the catcher. First pitch to the lefty, wave and a miss. Count 0-1. Haskins is on third base. Scanlon's 0 for 2, a pop out and a fly out. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch, fastball up and inside. Count 1-1. Eblin here to the windup. His 1-1 delivery. Fastball inside corner, just gonna miss. 2-1. But we'll take some looks here at the Falmouth and Hyannis score. Other big games in the West Division as the 2-1 pitch from Eblin popped up out of play. We mentioned that Cotuit in first place, that 4.5 game lead against the Harbor Hawks. Bourne just back by 2.5. Hyannis in front of Falmouth right now in the bottom of the 5th, 3-1. So it does matter a lot here for Falmouth creeping up on Bourne, and Hyannis looking to get more ahead of the Braves. As the 2-2 pitch is lined to right field, this one will be down for a base hit. And scoring from third base is Haskins. It will be an RBI single for Jack Scanlon. 2 runs on the board here in the bottom of the 7th for Cotuit. They make it 14-3. And still just a large amount of a lead here, but you wonder if Cotuit keeps it going. Do you warm up anyone in the bullpen if you're the Braves at all? That's just worst case scenario.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if, just holding on loosely at the bullpen for
first pitch fouled back from Willis.
Just to put someone up, have them ready to go if need be.
The righty Eblin set from the stretch is a 1 pitch to Willis. Cut on and missed on the heater. And I almost just giggled for a second, was looking at Joey Kurtz's computer about some interesting, fun stuff posted on the Bourne Braves Twitter and Instagram. If you guys want to take a look, Bourne Braves on Twitter. 0-2 pitch, chop third base side and foul from Willis. Scanlon still on first base, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. 4 hits now for the Kettleers. They have 1 error. That sun really going down here from Lowell Park. And Eblin sets once again. Glove at his chest, the 0-2 pitch. Fastball inside corner, good frame from Guzman. Couldn't bring it up just enough. Count 1-2. Cotuit looking to just slowly crawl back. You wonder how much longer this game even goes with the lighting. The 1-2 pitch, dribbler first base side and over the dugout of the Braves. We'll do it again on the 1-2.
I mean, I just got to give it some credit to Bryce and James McCoy. Position players coming into pitch, and they just look like stone-cold killers out there. Like, no emotion. I mean, when Jacob Tobias pitched, he was giggling a little bit for Cotuit last meeting.
1-2 pitch is clipped foul. And when Tobias pitched last meeting, he was giggling in a blowout kind of game. And you could have seen the same from McCoy, who was, on the losing side of things, but even more from the same from Eblin when you're up 14-1. And we say when Eblin is locked in, he hasn't smiled this whole entire inning.
Yeah, he's just chewing his gum, settling in.
He looks in, a 1-2 count. His pitch to Willis. This one skied out towards left center field. Peterson shades over towards the gap. He'll make the catch for an out number 2. Scanlon back to first. And Daniel Corona Jr. will now take his second hacks here tonight. Corona Jr. batting left. Newer addition to the roster for the Kettleers. First pitch to the lefty, fastball low and inside for a ball. Scanlon saw first, 2 outs on the inning, 1-0 count. Eblin sets, fires fastball up the knees, a called strike, 1-1. Second baseman sets once again. From the stretch, 1-1 pitch, clipped foul, and Eblin working an inning here, only looking to allow 2 runs. It's been only 2 hits, a double and a single. And looking to put down Corona Jr. The lefty waves his bat, Eblin steps back on the bump. The 1-2. Breaking ball, dribbler first base side. Michelle picks it up. He'll flip to Eblin once again. And the second 3-1 put out of the inning, the PFPs. And that will end the bottom half of the 7th. Cotuit gets 2 on an RBI from Trevor Haskins and a single from Scanlon. But that will do it from Lowell Park. We talked about that darkness coming in, and both sides just want to get out of this one. But the Braves come into Lowell Park. They take down the top team on the Cape in the Kettleers. Cotuit moves to 22-9, and Bourne snaps their 3-game losing streak. They move to 16-14-1. Matt, will start with this. Outside of the score, huge win here today for the Braves to come into Lowell Park on a 3-game losing streak, starting a new week, and take down the top team, the Cotuit Kettleers.
Yeah, it's just huge for confidence, like you said. We talked about how you need to get that offense going and all these other things, but just like to get back in the win column is huge, huge for Bourne, and especially against a team like Cotuit. But you look at these last 2 games, even the Falmouth game, they're all close. Falmouth, yes, they lost 7-2, but 5 runs came in just the second inning. You take that away, it's a 2-2 game. And you look at Orleans, there were so many opportunities for Bourne. Left 11 runners on, walked off in Hyannis with opportunities to tie, even take the lead earlier in that game. Even a chance in the 10th inning to jump ahead early. Just so many opportunities when you look down the list for Bourne as of late. The losses they've taken have been so tough. And now to finally get back in the win column after what's been a grind of a last week for this team, and then the way they did it is just huge for everyone in that dugout.
And we talked about the offense a lot on the broadcast. A 14-3 win, the offense exploded. But we got to look at Tristan Smith and his outing here, because just as a whole, even if Bourne was not scoring the 11 runs in the second and third inning, Smith still bared down, only 1 run allowed in that first inning for him. Smith looked really good, Matt. How important is that for him, and what was working for him on the mound here tonight?
Well, for him, it's just huge as is. Just coming off his freshman season, and you and I talked about it. He was drafted out of high school, opted to forego going into the MLB and into the farm system, and just going to Clemson. It's a huge risk for any high schooler to just say, I know I got a professional route ahead, but I want to better myself and go to college. And just doing that, had an up-and-down season at Clemson, but you know the command is there. You know that his stuff is there, and he's shown it the last 2 starts for the Braves. That one at Hyannis was just him firing on all cylinders. Now tonight, he's shown that consistency. He's showing the Cape that he means business. He's not here just for every so often just gets that start. He's a really great pitcher, and he had all 3 of his pitches working. Matt Chase, who's a baseball ops intern with the Braves, friend of yours, friend of mine, he played catch with him, he said, just to keep his arm loose. Said 1, he throws gas. 2, he has a slider that's unreal and has a nice changeup as well. For him, all 3 pitches were working, and that was huge for him just as a confidence boost heading into the rest of the season.
Well, Bourne comes into Lowell Park here on this Monday night, and they were dominant in the victory, a 14-3 win against the Kettleers. And we say our goodbyes here from Lowell Park for our producer, Ryan Bridges, our beat reporter, Mojo Hill, our Sideline reporter, Ali Navarrete, who you heard from during the broadcast, alongside my wonderful partner in Matt Scalzo. I'm Cam Manna with you. An off day tomorrow, and then back at home for the Bravos against the Orleans Firebirds. That will be on Wednesday at 6 p.m., but Bourne, winners here against the Kettleers. They snap their 3-game losing streak and take down the top team on the Cape 14-3.